This video will be covering general information regarding the Level 1 coaching course for United World Wrestling. My name is Zach Errett and I am the Education Manager for UWW. During this video, I will outline what the course is about, the topics that will be covered, how the course will be organized, a tentative schedule, how the course will be evaluated, and some of the course materials. This should be a basic overview of what to expect if you are taking the Level 1 coaching course. This course is an introductory course that will cover many topics, mainly centered around how to coach. So we'll be looking at, as you're coaching athletes or a group of athletes, what is the best way to instruct those athletes during the course of a practice. In the next slide, I'll be covering the different specific topics that we will have during this course, but keep in mind that not every topic may be covered. The educator assigned to the course will be assessing the level of the coaches and then determine what topics will best meet their needs. The course is best completed with a maximum ratio of 15:1 for participants to educators. The benefit of this course is to provide personal feedback to each of the participants, and this can only be done in a smaller group setting. If the courses become too large, it is difficult for the educator to be able to give proper feedback and help improve the potential coaches. This course is typically scheduled for 5 days in length. However, most of the courses are adaptable and can be done in a shorter time frame as well. But in order to be able to accommodate a shorter time frame, some of the topics will have to be left off. But the main topic of how to coach will still be the essence of what the course is about. Here are some of the possible course contents that you will see. You will look at best practices during a coaching session. That's again, how do we coach? We'll also be looking at risk assessment. This is safety during training and the safety of the facility before we even start training, which is one of the key aspects of being a good coach. We'll be looking at a process called teaching games for understanding, which is we're going to use games and fun activities to teach the sport of wrestling and to teach some of the basic techniques. The coaches should also be able to by taking this course, improve their communication skills, which is also very important as a potential coach. The course is again designed to provide feedback and reinforcement, so it won't just be a lecture-based course, but will be very interactive, and the educators will be giving feedback during the course of that time, and also looking for the coaches to give feedback during their coaching sessions. Coaches will also be practicing their questioning skills, and when they are doing the practical evaluations for this, they will be doing micro-teaching sessions, which is a shortened version of running a practice or teaching a technique, just broken into some simple points, which gets into the next one, which is the introduction to key learning points. During that time, we'll be looking at different techniques and what are the main points required to be able to teach that technique correctly. That's an important fundamental for each of the coaches that are participating in this, is being able to teach the techniques. We'll be looking at coaches being able to self-reflect. I think a part of being a great coach is being able to reflect back on your performance and be able to look for ways to improve your coaching style. And I think that's one aspect we'll be looking at. We'll look at the ideal coach model. We'll look at also how to do progression of skills when you have multiple skills or one skill and you're looking at teaching it in multiple steps. And then basics in dealing with younger people and also with parents. Both are very fundamental skills when it comes to coaching younger children. Here is an example of a tentative schedule for the course. You can see that this outline has it set up for 5 days. This course can be done in less time. Typically maybe 4 days is probably the minimum, but These topics and the order of these topics can certainly be adjusted based on uh, each national federation's needs. And also based on the facility, the schedule can certainly be adjusted to accommodate that. So this is just a very basic outline of what to expect with the course. Know that the educators are trained to be able to adapt the course to meet the needs of the federation and of the coaches. The course will be evaluated in a few different ways. The first one will be by practical evaluation of the course content. This will be done through micro-teaching sessions where the participants will act as coaches and the other participants there will act as the wrestlers, and they'll be coaching those wrestlers during each of the sessions. So we'll actually get a chance to see how they're actually doing the coaching part of it. And then they'll be assessed during those micro-teaching sessions. So this will be a very interactive and very hands-on course. The areas that are going to be assessed, there are 3 mandatory skills that we have to be able to see during the course to be able to pass the course. And that is be able to, number 1, explain the techniques using key learning points. That is breaking the actions down into 2 to 3 steps to be able to teach it effectively. We also will look for them to demonstrate the action and how they, being able to show the action or technique to the participants, so that way we know that they know how to do it, and also knowing that they can show it to others. And then also being able to assess safety, whether it's pairing athletes together by ability and age and size, and also looking at safety of the facility. Additional skills that will be assessed, we'll be looking at how they establish the skill, their positioning during coaching, the ability to detect mistakes when the athletes are doing the actions or are going through the course, being able to provide positive feedback, their questioning skills, their time management, and self-reflection. The last part will be done by theoretical evaluation. This will be a written exam that will be multiple choice, matching, and true-false questions, just to assess some basics and basic knowledge of the coaches and their wrestling skills. The last part here is over course materials, and this is just an idea of some things that would be helpful in order to be able to run the course. Certainly tables and chairs, a projector and TV will be necessary, an easel with paper, be able for the educators and the participants to be able to write on it, markers to go with that paper. It's nice if they have individual journals or a notepad for them to be able to take notes and write and plan sessions out. Some sort of pen or pencil. Power and electricity will be a necessity for the educator to be able to run their computer for the course. And then ideally it'd be great to have internet as well. For the practical sessions, there's going to be the need of a wrestling mat. And ideally, if these two things are relatively close in proximity, that's even better because they'll be going from one place to the other place, sometimes very quickly, and the less transition, the better. Now, keep in mind that these courses can be run with just about any type of material that's available. Again, the educators are designed to be able to adapt to the needs and to what the federations have at their disposal. So hopefully this gives you a brief outline of what to expect with this course. We hope that your federation will consider requesting a level 1 course for their coaches. This can be done through contacting the development department for United World Wrestling, and you'll be organizing the course, and they'll be able to provide you with the forms necessary to get started. Thank you.